Hi all, right, back with Interaction Kharkov, Soviet, so this will be take 2 part 4. So I have just came right back after getting that one started uploading, so taking a bit of a risk here and not putting it, not finding it if I've made a mistake in the previous one. I'm just paranoid about it now, obviously. Um, I dare say I was expecting to not have everything error free completely, but just seem to be making a bit of a clumsy effort of things, when you see the mistakes that I've made and think I would have learned by them. And anyway, okay, so next, Soviet Impulse. Now, I forgot we had the 40th, that's how it was. However, my last impulse, all we did was deploy the pop-off units, and that would have then removed that. So now we can activate anything we want. Yeah, let's not muck about it. I'm gonna do the pop-off units. I think they should. They need to get something happening, and who knows? We may have another activation of them of some sorts, whether it's a units one or the last place we noticed. What was it? Southwest Army card, where we might be able to activate them again. So we're better getting the impulse done now than having a gap if we get the chance to maybe activate them again. So I'm going to do that. So let's start off by when we activate. I'll just look at the sequence of play. So the impulse. Activate all units in mobile group pop off, right? So we remove garrisons adjacent to active units. So this guy's active. We're going to remove both of these garrisons. That was the main reason to put that guy there. I don't know if it's clever or not, but it looked like it was like something worthy of doing. And one of the things we've got to watch if we get carried away, this is their boundary. They have to go this side of this line. They can't cross that. And like I mentioned before, that's throughout the game. That restriction does not get lifted. I'm not aware of it being lifted, so they're always restricted to being at that side of the line. Now, this wee boundary in between that's sort of thatched or whatever you call it, they can both exist in here. The Voronezh front and the Southwest front and then obviously the Voronezh front can't go by that line and the Southwest front can't go by that line. That's pretty straightforward. But you'd be surprised, it's probably quite easy to cross a unit without knowing it. I know I've done it in Ardennes on occasion, but so it's easy done. Right, anyway, so what are we going to do? Are we going to leave these units down here, or should we not? Because I was looking at should I not try and bail this guy out and get him doing something else if he's not going to attack the city? But then we probably want two there for come the time that we're going to go for the city. So I don't know. What are we going to do with this activation? We're definitely going to attack this. I mean, if we were going to go for the city, we're going to have this 7, 12. We're going to have 3 to 1 odds, and only for 5 chip pools. And he's in a city, got a defender adjacent. I did initially think when I was looking at that though, I thought I could get more in the battle though, about using the Partisans combat tactic, which says maybe applied only if the defenders are in a woods, town or city hex. And then after determining combat hits, reduce hits incurred by the Soviets by 1, or increase hits incurred by Germans by 1, your choice. However, if defenders are in a city, which is what this is, instead reduce Soviet hits by 1 and increase German hits by 1. So you get both of them rather than your choice. which is quite nice. And we've got 2 of the 6 army cards. But I can't get... I mean, well, I've deployed that guy in there now. That was the thing. I couldn't deploy him in here. I could have deployed him in here, but I don't think he would have reached, would he? No. You could have deployed him here, Grant. Yes. Because that's map edge. Yeah, so I could have had another 10. So 10, 17. Oh, why did I not consider that? Am I going to cheat here? I can't, because there has been new information. I know it's only up there, but yeah. Yeah, that's annoying. I definitely can't get anything else across, can I? Unless... Do I have a card to do any of the first guards? I do actually. I've got the first guards card. Is it silly to activate them and move them across the river? No, that's stupid. That's... Yeah. I've got a reinforced battle as well option. Which you could use. I could use this to reinforce, but that would mean I couldn't do the... Well, I could do the partisans. I'm annoyed at that now, because now I feel like I'm wanting to do that. I wonder if I could be allowed to redeploy that unit. I don't know what your thoughts are on that one, guys. I mean, yeah, I shouldn't be able to, should I? Because if I did that in there, they can... Oh no, they can't. That's it. Of course. That's what I was thinking at first. I can't just move them into there. I'm thinking they've got 6 steps and they can move into there, but they can't. So all I could do is have that unit into there, and these 2 into there. So yeah, it's 9, 12. It's 3-to-1 odds. I think I'd have to play that Partisans card. 3-to-1 odds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chip pools because I get artillery, and then 6 chip pools if I played the Partisans. And then the good thing about that is they're then in position there. Or you know what? Even if I decide not to attack, just move them. Okay, so what's your other moves then? We're not going to go for the 2 Rouse units. I think that's not... I think we should just go for this guy. So this unit was active. Moved away the doodads. Right, hang on though. These are both 3 steps. Well, that's okay, isn't it? I definitely can't get anything into here, can I? Yeah, that's annoying. That's annoying. No, it's not annoying again, Grant, because this is here anyway. And yeah, and I couldn't deploy there. I've said all this before, haven't I? So I should probably move in a little bit. Let you see a wee bit closer. Whoops, I daisies. Lost the camera again. Yeah, because it's 3 movement into here. Or if it was infantry, it'd be 2 movement into there, and it'd be 2 movement into there. However, it's 1 extra to cross that river for infantry. So it's actually 5 to get them into there. And from a mech side of things, it's 3 and then another 5, so it's 8 movement to get into there. So can't be done, Grant. So your only option is doing what you said. And the thing is, I've probably got enough. So I'll just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just put that in there then. So okay, so these two guys. Oh, he's infantry, isn't he? I'll maybe keep the infantry together then. Yeah, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 into the woods. Shall we give it a go? I don't think I should be. I know that partisans does make it a little more tempting. 3 to 1 odds in a city, unit adjacent, both got armour. I'm tempted to give this a try actually. Just based on that, having that partisans combat tactic. I mean, it reduces the Soviet hits by 1 and increases German hits by 1. And we will have artillery. I mean, okay, he's going to get to draw combat tactic too, but I could reinforce battle as well. Or air power. So the reinforced battle's tempting, isn't it? Just and reinforce with this guy. Just checking if the rules of that have changed a bit. Selected units must be supplied and dispersed in the same front as a unit in the combat. Oh, okay, glad I read that. I know there was some bits that did apply in Ardennes that. So it's got to be in the same front. That would be okay. Yeah. And if I was defending, the total strength can't exceed the strength of defending units. Yeah, I remember that being a pain. That was the same as well. But we're not defending, we're talking about attacking. So then we would have, what is 7, 12? Then we'd have 16, so we'd have 4 to 1 odds. That's using 2 extra cards. I'd be using both the 6 army cards. I mean, do I really need to do anything with them? Maybe not. This unit's surrounded anyway. At the moment anyway. Unless I move the 3rd tank all the way, but I'll maybe try and avoid that, so at least puts him in. Actually, there's no wool supply now anymore, is there? It's just out of supply or isolated, isn't it? Okay. Right, I think I'm going to do this in some way. I don't know if I'm going to do the reinforced battle or not. I am going to move this guy. So it's 2 into the broken hex, but it's 2 for a mech unit to cross the Donets River. So that's 4 into there, and he's 3 steps and 2 steps, so we're okay there. And then these 2 the same. Well, they're going into the woods, mechanized, so that's 3 and 2 across the river, so it's 5 movement in total. So both of them are going to cross as well. Yeah, not sure if this is daft or not. I thought about keeping one unit back, just crossing two of them across and setting up for later on, but maybe just have a go at this if I'm going across. And then, I mean, maybe just kind of ignore the Rouse units anyway, and then just come around. There's no guarantees we're going to get to activate Popov again this turn. I mean, I do only have 3 cards left in my draw pile now, so... And if I did play both combat tactics, we're going to find out exactly what they are. But here's the other thing, I did mention it in the last playthrough that maybe I should be being a wee bit more aggressive. Stopping the Germans from doing too much. You know, playing some combat tactics. Right, you know what, I'll give myself a bit of time to think, and we'll make an attack here. And then, I mean, yeah, I'm assuming there's not any harm in me deciding. I don't need to decide right now if I'm going to attack. No, I don't believe so. Yeah, Soviet units attack German units, the target at your option. Yeah, I don't believe I need to make them a decision just yet. Okay, so I'm going to attack this unit here. And, well, I'm as well attacking it with everything. It's maybe going to be more than I need, but there's not really a need to not do that. I mean, I could build myself an IP, but there's no real point. We're on the aggressive. I don't think there's any point putting IPs. We're wanting to move and do things anyway, and when you move a unit with an IP, it just drops off again. So this would be 6, 11, and 9 is 20. So 24 to 3, which is what, 8, isn't it? Yeah, 8 to 1 odds. That is a bit extreme. I'm not really sure I could have done. I mean, yeah, I could have been. If it had been one Rouse unit here, but there's 2 of them. 4 step, 6 strength. Yeah, I think we'll just go with this. So, chip pool wise, we're going to have a bunch, I think. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 1 for the artillery. So 10 chip pools, 8 to 1 odds. Should be overkill, but I mean, it depends how many chits that we may be wanting to draw. We do need he's a VP. Yeah, he's in the town, yeah. So we actually need D5 to kill him. So yeah, maybe that's not such a bad choice of attacking everyone there. Okay, so gonna go for that. 8 to 1 odds. Maximum 10 chip pools at the moment, minimum of 2. He doesn't have a unit adjacent. He's only infantry. He is in a town, however. But he is going to get a combat tactic, so let's see what he gets. Combat engineers. He's in a town, so we're walking out there again. Getting lucky. Combat engineers. Place an IP mark on the defenders. Does not apply if the defender is in a town, city, or has an IP. Or if I had applied the combat engineers tactic. So that's not going to happen. That card's going away. Good. Right, our first attack. First attack today, anyway. Okay, let's get some chat. So a minimum of 2. Yeah, I could probably just get them in there a little bit and we'll see the action a bit better. Right, so I'll go and get the 2. Okay, there's a 2. This was the first one I drew, but Our card is command value 3, so not quite. It was dispersed, unsupplied on the back. This is only attacker armor 1 to 5. Assuming it was only defender armor. Yeah, but we are the only ones with armor, so that will apply. So we've got D1. Now, where do we go? Well, we need another D4. Let's say that. Yeah, I was forgetting this guy was in a town actually. It's not. There's a VP town as well, so it's not a terrible choice to be making, going in with a bit more. I'm not so sure I want to draw all 10 though, but however, I mean that's D1, I'm wanting D5. So I mean, if I want to draw another 5 to go to 7, yeah, maybe I do need all 10. Yeah, I mean the odds are really good. So I think there's a couple of 8-to-1 chits out there. I want to say that reduce attacker hits by 1 maybe, as well as doing some hits, I think. But I'm going to go all in then. I'm going to take 10. Just after realising he's in a VP town, I think it probably is worth it. And yeah, it's important we do budget that, guys. So, okay, so draw 8 more. Here we go. Just thought I'd bring you in here. That's me drawing 7. I'd be happy to have stopped. Got some nice results here. Flank attack was the first one I drew. It doesn't apply in the town. This was a large attack on the front. However, it was just a D1 for a large attack, so nice to know that there are some. However, the prior in the back, 7-to-1. Only attacker armor again, and then attacker command 3, 4, 5, and let's say that card's a 3. So that's a sitting with D5 with 7 chits drawn, so there you go. But how can you tell, eh? So I've still got 3 more to come. Okay, there we go. Well, we got away with it. Obviously, just wasn't wanting to incur any hits there, eh? And you draw some of the lower odds chits and maybe an A1 to myself or another large attack A1, so we got away with it. Just as well, no defender adjacent, because that would have caused some trouble. But yes, excellent result. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So D6 is going to eliminate that guy. 1 for the town, and then retreat, 2-step losses. So we only needed D5. So I'm not going to bother putting any dice out there. I'm just going to eliminate that guy, and then we can move on to advance after combat. Okay, so this guy goes away. Another guy in the eliminated units box. That's good. Now, advance after combat. Now, we're not going to be able to do a 2-hex advance here if we wanted to, because we're moving adjacent to a garrison. I mean, I know these guys are already adjacent, but I'm pretty sure that was in the restrictions. Where are we? I definitely remember seeing that written somewhere. Come on, you're here somewhere, aren't you? Yeah, okay, just, I mean, it's maybe obvious though, so, and I can't see it in the player aid. That's not to say it's not there. But in the rulebook, page 35, 13.71, 2-hex advance. A Soviet unit can't advance the second hex if adjacent to a garrisoned hex after advancing 1 hex. So I knew it was there, and maybe that was kind of obvious, but I don't quite see it in the player aid. So I want to remember. So yeah, so when we do advance it in there, we're not going to go. Well, did we really want to be doing that anyway? Not really. So what are we putting in there then? Just an infantry unit? or both are infantry units. Now maybe not, because you might want to move from here to here. And that would normally be 3 movement, whereas if I'm in there, yeah, moving down into here, yeah, that's true. So I think I'm only going to move that 1 infantry unit into there. Then again, should I not move? Maybe. Well, I can't move them all in then, because these infantry are 3 steps. So I could only move maybe that guy. Right, well, I'm definitely moving something in, and what we're doing is we're going to take that town. Oh, remember, I was forgetting what I said, but generally you're going to move infantry in first. Remember what I said, anytime you move in and take an enemy town, you've got to stop. But yeah, I'll be putting that infantry in. Right, that's 1 extra victory point. Hurrah, we're up to 3. Okay, so that's our first gained victory point of the game. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll move that guy in and leave that guy there. Was it not better maybe leaving both the infantry there then if you're going to move the armour into there? But then it can still come. Yeah, but I might just be wanting to go into that hex. That's what I'm saying. Well, will we just move both these armoured units in? Maybe. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, so we're only getting 1 to advance 1 hex, even though we did eliminate the unit, but that's because there's a garrison adjacent here. Okay, we'll go with that. So no damage done to us. I fear there could be damage done if I do go ahead with this, however. Right, let's just have another little think about this. I think I'm going to do this, and part of the reason was we got 2 defender adjacent chits in that last combat, so they're not in the draw cup at the moment. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of others, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm not quite 100% decided what I'm definitely going to play the partisans, because I'd like to see that in operation as well. So at the moment we are attacking with 4, 7, 12. Now he's coming across this little river. The little rivers don't matter, so there's no biggie there. So we're 12 against 4. So at the moment, unless we change things up with that advance after combat, we're sitting, with that reinforced battle, we're sitting at 3-1 odds with 1, 2, 3, 4, and then still in the artillery barrage zone. So 5 chip pools. However, we are definitely, I want to say, going to play the partisans. I mean, I suppose we could play reinforced battle instead of partisans. That would give us 4-1 odds with 6 chip pools. I just kind of like what that partisans is doing though. Yeah, no, I'm going with that. So we're going to play the partisans combat tactic. And if defenders are in a city, we reduce Soviet hits by 1 and increase German hits by 1. That's got to be good. And this happens after determining combat hits, right? So that gives us an extra chip pool up to 6. Do we reinforce this battle? it would mean we draw the last 3 cards off our deck into our hand. That's maybe a good thing too. Like I said, maybe probably don't want the Germans burning through all their cards. You know, it's us that wants to push things quicker. And like I've also said, both these cards are for the 6th Army. You know, I'm not saying they're not. You know, they're part of something. They are just infantry though. This unit's surrounded, which is I mean, if I'm going to activate them, I'm going to attempt to take that unit out, which is good as well, but it's maybe not essential right now, you know. Maybe not something we need to do, and maybe this is a wee bit more important. Getting the odds up to 4-1, also getting the large attack, and remember we're going to get to reduce Soviet hits by 1, so if we do get large attack and it's an A1, then we might be able to, well, we will be able to avoid 1 hit. I think I'm going to do this, so I'm also going to play a reinforced battle, and we're going to reinforce the battle with this unit here, and just to select 1 active or inactive stat, did not move or attack in the current activation that could reach combat in a single move to participate in the combat. Selected units must be supplied, undispersed, in the same front as a unit in the combat, which they are. They're part of the Southwest Front. And not adjacent. What? Selected units must be supplied and dispersed in the same front as a unit in the combat and not adjacent to an active enemy unit. Ooh, that's a new one, I think. That's obviously only relevant if you're defending then, clearly. Yeah, wonder why that one was added. Don't think that was there before. However, we are not adjacent to an enemy active unit because it's our units that are active. That would only be when you're defending. A reinforcing attacking unit stat moves adjacent to the hex under attack if not already there. Well, he is already there. And they split up. A reinforcing defending unit stat moves into the hex with the defending unit. Base stacking limits. When defending, total strength of the reinforcing unit can't exceed the strength of the defending units. Well, we're not defending. So he's coming into battle as well, giving us an extra chip pool. An extra 2 chip pools because the reinforced battle and the unit, so that takes us up to 8, and also an extra 4 strength, taking us up to 16, giving us the 4-1 odds. I'm just going to quickly double check that, but I won't bore you, I'll just pause the camera. Right, so I've got 16 strength, 4-1 odds, 5 chip pools there, 1 for the artillery 6, 1 for the reinforced battle 7, 1 for the partisans is 8. So 4-1 odds, 8 chip pools, minimum of 2. Right, let's get a German combat tactic and hope it just goes straight to the discard pile. It does. 1st Panzer Army. Only applies from turn 3 onwards. Yes, go away. Get lucky again. Okay, well that's good. There's nothing spoiled anything there. Right, let's make a wee space and draw some chits. Reinforced battle, partisans, we have artillery. He's got armour and the biggest worry is defender adjacent chits, but right, okay, let's get a minimum of 2. Let's get the 2. Okay, there's our first 2 chits. Was this one I drew first? I'm starting to draw them out individually and look at them. So this is the off-colored chit. That means that we replenish the chit pool. So my my plan of the one defender adjacent chits being not in play are now in play. So we shuffle everything back in from my set-aside cup to the main cup. So the good thing is this was our attacker artillery, and we're in the artillery barrage zone. I seen this one at first and I thought, wow, that's not too bad, especially when we're getting to reduce a hit. But we're only at 41. The other side of it was less than 41, so all good there. Right, so what are we doing? I think we're going all in again, aren't we? We've got D1. We need D5 to eliminate that guy as well, because he's in the city. Yeah, city chits are a risk, I suppose. Now everyone's in the chit pool though, so there's no set aside chits. So I'm going to go all in though. I'm going to go 8 since we've got that partisan. So here we go. Okay, that was quite interesting. Artillery, saw a bit of the artillery. Yeah, nice. This was the one that gave me an A-1 though, and this time probably didn't want that. I wanted another D1. However, there you go. And this chit was the one that we'd just drawn previously in the previous combat, because it got all shuffled in. Or, well, it's certainly exactly the same, because it was 71 in the priority. But it was a nice large attack, because I commented on that in the combat. In fact, it was just a D1 for the large attack. Attack and command 5, no, we're 3. Irrelevant to the backsides of these. Only attacker armour, both armour, combat engineers not applied. So, however, we did play partisans, so we do get to add 1. We're taking no hits. We get to add 1. So 1, 2, 3. So it's D4 because of the partisans, and nothing to us. Yeah, so 4 hits to Germans. I mean, that is really good. I mean, I know we chucked 2 combat tactics into that, I suppose, but now these chits, everyone got shuffled back in, because these all get shuffled back in as well. That's the new way of doing it. So I put all them back into the cup as well. So everyone's in the cup now. And yeah, D4, we did need D5 to eliminate them, but you know what? It's not too bad. Don't think we can complain too much. So first hit is going to be soaked up by the town, city even. So we're now at D3. So that is more than his steps. So he is going to retreat. I'll just move the card out there a minute. He is going to retreat. And where is he going to retreat to? Well, it's not in enemy zone control. Yeah, where are we here? So it's this guy here, so he can't retreat here, can't retreat here. So it's straightforward. He's going to retreat to here with his first. That soaks up that first hit, and just leave the marker there. That's where the combat occurred. Not that we should forget that one. And then he's still got 2 hits to take. He's still 2 steps. So he's going to retreat again, become dispersed. So he could go to any one of these 3 hexes. So which one is he going to go to? German preferences. When more than one, a German VP hex. No. Hex not in danger or surround. Right, I better have a look. Yeah, neither of the hexes are in danger. I just changed this cube to green because I was going to mark some hexes. Yeah, he's not going to be in danger or surround with any of them 3. So, what's the next preference? A woods terrain? Well, no, we've got broken or clear. Hex to which no Soviet unit is proximate. Well, to be honest, this one is going to be proximate. I suppose we're looking at this before advance after combat though, which is interesting. I suppose you need to base this on where these units are just now. Yeah? I mean, it would have to sort of say that it's going to take an advance after combat into account. So I've got to just go by the fact that these units are here. I mean, even though they might well advance into the setting, well, something's going to go into the setting. So if he's here, if he retreats to here, one of these units can move to here and be proximate. So that's not where he wants to go, unless all three are like that. This one here is okay, isn't it? Because no, it's not. No, it's not. Right. Surely I can move 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that one is. I'm proximate to that hex, to the unit if it was in that hex, and I'm proximate to the unit if it was in that hex. I'm not proximate to the unit if it was in that hex, so that's where he's going to go, soaking up that hit, and then he's retreated twice. He's going to be dispersed. His last hit is going to have to be as a step loss. That's him done. Makes sense, yeah. He doesn't want to be proximate because he's in a bit of a state. He's dispersed, took a hit, and yeah, now we can't actually get to him to attack him again, for instance, you know. So, and his path of retreat went through that unit, so we can't follow it anyway. We're going to have to deviate. Yeah, we're not going to be able to, are we? Because he can't go from zone of control to zone of control. Okay, good. And no hits to us. So, well, we're definitely moving into... We're definitely advancing into there. I don't think we can advance the second hex at all, can we? Well, we could move to here. But we can advance into this hex, because it's zone of control to zone of control. And we can't advance into that hex. There's a second hex. Because it's not following the path of retreat, and it would be from zone of control to zone of control. Right. And also, the reinforced battle guy can't... He can't advance after combat, can he? I'm sure. I know the assault coordinated guys couldn't. I think reinforced battle's the same. Actually, maybe that's not true then. Looking at the player aid, I'm just looking at assault coordination. It says the final sentence is units participating via assault coordination are not eligible to advance after combat. But it doesn't say that in reinforced battle, so... Oh. However, it does say it in the rulebook. I think that's a bit of an omission then, isn't it? Right, Grant, careful though. Let's look at it, make sure it doesn't say it. Yeah, it doesn't. It states on the player aid that you can't advance after combat with assault coordination, but it doesn't state that you can't do it in reinforced battle. But in the rulebook 13.7, advance after combat, page 35, the final sentence is units included in attack via the assault coordination or reinforced battle combat tactic can't advance after combat. So, yeah, I think if they'd got that on the player aid for assault coordination, they should have really added it in there, but okay. Right, so the first guards unit can advance, and so what are we advancing into here? We're definitely advancing something, so I want a Soviet marker. Just going to put that aside up, because that's going to be us done with this activation. I'm also going to grab myself 2 victory points. So up to 5. Now, what is going on? So, it was all armour apart from the first guards, which can't advance. So, yeah, probably these 2 guys then, and leave this guy down here. Yeah, that looks like it. That looks like what I want to do. So I'm advancing the 2 armoured units into there. I'm just going to turn them back up because they've... And then, yeah, the other guy's just going to stay put. And, yeah. Well, that went pretty well. I know I used 2 combat tactics. But, well, it all went smoothly. We've not taken a hit at all, which is good. We've burned through our cards. Right, let's see. I think that's everything done, isn't it? And then that card, that's our impulse over. And now we only have 2 cards in our hand, so we've got to draw up to 5. So I'll just show you what cards I've got in my hand, and we can see the new ones. They're the 2 I've still got in my hand, so we're looking for something a bit funkier. Oh, well, there you go. And that's this, yeah, it's a supplemental, the full supplemental card for them to activate again. Excellent. 3rd tank, that's a oh no, it's not, it's a units card. Right, okay. That's okay though. Ooh, Stavka. Yeah, that's our biggie, innit? That's our biggie, Command 5 card. What does it do? Deploy all Soviet reserves. I wouldn't be using it for that. Well, yeah, I wouldn't be using it for that. Activate any one army plus stacked units. All attacks receive a bonus combat tactic. Or we could activate any one unit. Yeah, well. An event is any command event. Remember, that's not the special events, so just command events. Yeah. Combat tactics, any combat tactic, and then 7+. Oh, this is a card you remove from the game, yeah. Remove from the game if played for any purpose on turn 7 or after. Okay. Well, that's good. That's another one that wants units stacked with. So, now, I suppose me moving this guy into here. Now I'm wondering, should I... Well, I didn't know that the information wasn't there then until advance, but could have maybe left that guy there so we could get an advance on that. However, we do have the mobile group pop-off. Oh no, it was the 3rd tank army units. We've got a full activation of them again. Like I had said. Why not do it now, just in case we do get a chance to do it again? Well, this could be good then. I'm pretty sure we could threaten... Oops. Show people what you're talking about, Grant. I'm pretty sure we could threaten these 2 guys. We could have a go at these 2. Whether I could stretch this one, probably not. Maybe though. Yeah, good. Okay, right. Let's move on, Grant, because that's up to 49 minutes. We've got a German impulse to try and finish off the night here. Okay, I'll get a... Right, that's pop-off being activated this turn though, so we can't do any of that nonsense next turn. I can't activate them again or activate any of them with that, so I'm going to have to look elsewhere for my next impulse. Right, pushing on our German impulse and we'll finish this day off. Well, my day, not the day. Well, it's turns, isn't it? Anyway, draw a card, Grant. German. 48th again. We do have one of them left. We don't have any to deploy, so we're looking to activate that one. and he is over there on his own. So what might he want to do? Okay, so just having a glance at things, and don't think he's going to be able to do anything. We can draw an action card. It may have checked. Move to empty or garrison VP hits with Soviet unit proximate. No. Yeah. Should I really be going over these? I mean, again, it's probably the last video playthrough I done was RAF Battle of Britain, and you know, if you don't want to show charts and read through numbers and what all the time. So my guess is that if you're watching this game, you've probably got the game and you can have your player aids out, or even the rule book. Or if you the rule books still aren't been uploaded yet, have they? It's just the 2-player one, isn't it? Well, okay, but I can't keep going through these. So I don't think steps 1, 2, 3, or 4 apply. He's not in dangerous sound. He's in the 4th Panzer Army, but he's not in Soviet artillery zone. So we're going to draw an action card to see if he can do anything with that. I'll just chuck it in here somewhere. Maybe not the best place, because I'm probably going to have to look at what's round about. So this is step 5. Draw an action card. Deploy flank protection. Place 1 garrison marker on the lowest number of empty position hex meeting all these criteria. Then 3 hex active unit, not adjacent to a Soviet unit and German reserve supply, would cause a German unit in dangerous round to no longer be in dangerous round. Turns 5 to 6, unit must be in hex and Soviet support. Would cause, yeah, we had this one already quite recently, didn't we? Would cause a German unit in dangerous round to no longer be in dangerous round by placing this garrison, right? Okay. I'll need to move that out of the way anyway. Well, he's not in dangerous round himself. We're past that already. That would have been step 4 anyway, because we already worked out nothing can get up here. He's always going to have an out. Sorry, I'll zoom out a bit. I mean, we can't zone control this hex. So what about anybody else? Is this guy still in dangerous round? I think it's maybe too far away for that to matter though. He probably, well, he might not be because of this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, probably not, but the way I've been dealing with it these days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not really sure why I'm looking at this, because I think the placement of a garrison, it's got to be within 3 of this unit, so it can only go here or here. Or if this guy was in trouble. Yeah, if this guy was in trouble, that putting it there would be probably a good idea, but don't think he is. And I don't think this guy is in dangerous round. It's like one of the pop-off units. I mean, we don't consider that because he's adjacent, but 3, 6 movement into there, that's not really getting. I don't think this guy's in dangerous round, or for that matter, a garrison within 3 of this unit's going to help him. So, and this guy's showing not dangerous around. How many times have I said that in this game? Yeah, though. No, because we can't get up round the back here. He's always going to be able to sneak into this hex, isn't he? It's not. We can't zone and control that hex, so no, and none of these are in dangerous around. No, I don't think we can help anybody out. No, I've decided that that's not going to happen. We can't put a garrison in a hex within these within this criteria that would cause a German unit in dangerous surround to no longer be in dangerous surround. So I'm going to discard that. So we do move on to step 6, which is draw another one if I've not found anything to do there. So we'll do that. Fighting withdrawal. I don't think we've seen this one. Situation: active units surrounded and adjacent to a hex in German supply or in which the unit would not be surrounded. Well, no. The unit is not surrounded. So we've only got this one guy to be looking at, and he's not surrounded, so that's not happening. Oh, I was going to say he might build an IP this time, but no, he's not. He's in the town. We're going to be drawing our card again. So I'll double check the last few steps. 7 has moved to a hex that removes dangerous surround from another German unit. Well, we already decided. Right, I better just have an extra wee glance over this because I have been getting this part wrong. I need to check if there's any units that are in dangerous surround that he could maybe help out. I don't see any. I'm pretty damn sure that there's not any, none of these guys are in dangerous surround. Nor these. And we looked at this and I can't see it. Hang on, what about these guys? I think they might be too far away though. But bear in mind that these could just move. In fact, 1, 2, 3. Oh, here we go. See, Grant, see? 1, 2, 3 into there. And then 4, 5 crossing the Donetsk River. 6 into there. So we could actually have a unit in here. My guess is if we could have a unit in here, we could have a unit in here just as easy. This infantry could go 1, 2, 3. So these two are in dangerous surround, but I don't know, that guy's going to come all the way down there to help out. I'm just looking back at the deploy flank protection, because it needs to be within 3 of this guy. So yeah, I mean, putting a garrison here is not stopping that guy from being in dangerous surround. Right, so can he move to help him out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's he there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that help? Maybe. I don't. Well, maybe, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. Yeah, no, that doesn't quite help because I'm forgetting this is infantry and it doesn't cost anything to cross that. So this guy can go 1, 2, 3 into the woods and then 4 into here. And then this pop-off unit, like I said, remember the garrison doesn't count when we're checking this because it's adjacent. Pretty damn sure that's right. That's in the terminology bit, innit? Hang on. Dangerous surround reminders. Yeah, during a German activation or event, Soviet proximity can't be traced through a garrison hex or a hex adjacent to a garrison hex unless any Soviet unit is already adjacent to the garrison. So that is the case. So we can, you know, ignore that garrison and go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6 into there, I believe. So we can still surround that even if that guy moves down to there. And I think that's the best he can do, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. No, he's not going to be able to do that. I'm pretty sure about that one. It was worth a look though, it was quite close. Whether he would have done it regarding the other restrictions or not, I don't know. Where was that? That was in there. I'm just starting to fear that action step number 4. I'm worried that's going to catch me out again. Because it's got to be a position hex you move to. Right. So we were on. That was step 7. A. If Soviet unit proximate to empty or garrison German city hex. No. Move to a hex that prevents that Soviet proximity. If Soviet unit proximate to empty or garrison. Yeah, we're not though, are we? I mean, I'm looking at. This is a garrison city. It's probably this is close to, but we can't get through there. Yeah, so no. Step 9. If in a non-VP hex, well, he is in a VP hex, so that'll be that. Place an IP on the unit if eligible. It is not eligible. Remove disperse markers. Right, nothing's happening. Right, I'm going to have to free up space then. I thought we were going to get through that and be done with it. So I'm going to copy this across, and I'll still add the last bit on to this. Well, hopefully. Unless it turns out to be awful long. Okay, right, I'll be back shortly. Cheers. Right, back to hopefully just, this will be the last wee bit of part 4. Because we were kind of halfway through the German impulse. Weren't able to resolve this card, so I'm going to draw another. Like I say, as long as this isn't too long, I should be able to tag this on to the end. I just realised I don't think my lights from above on earlier, but I don't think they give an awful bright light, so hopefully everything was alright. Right, here we go. So here's the next card. Ooh, okay. Right, now we get one of these ones that weren't going to apply as combat tactics. So, 4th Panzer Army card. Deploy all reserves in 4th Panzer Army, 2+ if at least 3 units available. Well, they've only got the one. Is that right? The white or grey are. Yeah, the white or grey are 1st Panzer Army. Oh, that's clearly shown you on the card here. It's a darker, like these are the darker colour, these are the lighter colour. Well, that's core round, mind you. That's a different one, isn't it? Ah, okay. Hang on. Oh, actually, I'm just noticing, yeah, there's a grey and a slight blue. I don't know if you can sort of see that. There is a difference between the 2 colours. And there's a significant difference between that and the rest. So it's these ones. Anyway, I'm looking up in the reserve units box and I can only see one, and it's one in the 2nd SS units. So, well, have we not just tried to deploy all 3 of them? And then we weren't able to deploy that last one, were we? Well, that was a combat tactic. That was a combat tactic. And then we had yeah. So I think the last 2 cards have been combat tactics. Well, the 2 cards before trying to do this were combat tactics, and then the card before that, we actually deployed these 2 2nd SS 4th Panzer Army units. So that's making me feel like I'm not going to be able to deploy that one then, am I? But I mean, I should really just double check. What's changed in between? In between them deploying these, we activated the pop-off units, didn't we? And made our attacks. And that's why they drew 2 combat tactics. One for the combat here, here, and one for the combat here. So nothing has really changed there. So I want to say we're not going to be able to deploy that unit. Yeah, nothing's changed there. So, you know, there's not. I mean, I can't deploy the unit. It's got to be between here and here. We're try to deploy the final 2nd SS unit. It doesn't want to be in the barrage zone, so none of these hexes are applicable. This one we looked at. This one was adjacent to a German unit. This one I don't think we're proximate to. This one we are proximate to, but it's surroundable. And it doesn't help make another German unit not in dangerous round, wasn't it? Yeah, sorry, and this is actually outside the area anyway, so this is the final one. We looked at this one before, we can't quite reach there. I mean, even with a 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, but it costs 2 to cross that river and 3 to move into there. For a mechanised unit, so it means 5 to move from there to there. So no, 7's not going to cut it. And yeah, it's not adjacent to German unit unless, but the unlesses are placement hexes VP hex or adjacent German unit can't trace supply and placement would enable it to do so. None of the conditions apply. Yeah, I'm just going to move on. We're not able to deploy that unit, and that's the only 4th Panzer Army unit we've. Oh, wait a minute. The core RAU units count as 4th Panzer. Oh, not when they're being deployed, do they? Well, we've not got them in the 2 other units are one's from 3rd Corps, which is 1st Panzer Army, and then there's 2 from 40 Corps, which are 1st Panzer Army. So the only 4th Panzer Army unit we've got is that 2nd SS, and we can't do it. Right, okay, move on, Grant. Right, so turn 1, event, 4th Panzer Army delaying force. Right, well, we'll have a look. Delaying force, in the indicated German army area, place a detachment in the empty position hex, that is, in German reserve supply and a VP hex or within 5 hexes of a German unit, and to which a Soviet unit is proximate but not adjacent. Okay. Well, we probably can do this then, because this doesn't care. This isn't a placement of a reserve unit, it's just a detachment, isn't it? Prefer a position hex that is as a VP hex, removes dangerous sound from a German unit as the lowest number of position. Right, I think we can do this then, that'd be good. A VP hex or within 5 hexes, and then to which a unit. Okay. That's me marked, which I think, and bear in mind within the 4th Panzer Army area is between this line and this line. These are all Soviet units proximate to all these hexes. Just double checking this one. Remember that it's adjacent to a garrison, so that's 3, 6 into there, that's 3, 4, 5, 6 into there. And these are quite clearly proximate. So, in German reserve supply, yeah, I would say all of them are in German reserve supply, so that's fine. and it has to be a VP hex or within 5 hexes of a German unit. Yeah, they're all within 5 hexes of a German unit. And then to which the Soviet unit is proximate but not adjacent. So that was the other thing. Because I worked that one out. It's like, if you're placing a garrison, there's no point placing a garrison adjacent to a Soviet unit, because as soon as they activate, it just comes away again. So the idea is to like whereas here we've got these two possibilities. You know, he would, if he activates and moves into there, he's got to stop because there's a garrison then adjacent to him. But there's no point having one directly adjacent. Where was the case that had one? I suppose you could technically say here. Oops, I'm throwing cubes about. You know, here. A Soviet unit's proximate to this hex. It's within 5 hexes of a German unit, and it can trace German reserve supply. But if I put a garrison there, activate these units, it just comes away again. So there's no point in that. So my guess is that's what it's all about. So between them, prefer position hex that A is a VP hex. We have none. B removes dangerous sound from a German unit. Well, I don't think. Yeah, you're all about thinking, Grant. Yeah, hang on. What about these guys? Did we not say these were in danger of surround? I believe so, because if this is proximate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can move a Soviet unit into there, and then this guy can go 1, 2, 3. So these two units are in danger of surround. The rest are not. We've looked at the rest as well. So, is there any detachments that would remove? Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of these two would. It's possible that one of these would as well. So hang on. Right, I'll just change them to dark blue because. Yeah, because I think either one of these, if we put a detachment in here or here, that would remove dangerous surround from these two units. Yeah, I think so. Well, hang on here though. If this pop-off unit just moved to there, yeah, I think it is okay, because either one of these becomes a detachment, then that's as far as I can move, because I would have to stop on moving. And remember, I would ignore that one because I'm adjacent to it. And then the best we could get is moving a unit to there on that side. So I think this hex is always going to be an escape for them if either of these are garrisons. I've been saying detachments, haven't I? Because I think that's how it's worded. It's garrisons. So I think putting one there does do that. Now, what about if the one was to go here? Does that stop dangerous sound? Well, we know the pop-off unit can get into here. No, that doesn't stop it, does it? Because 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that's not really applicable. So I'm just going to put that back to that cube, because although I think it looks like it's going to go over here. Yeah, interesting. Okay. And it looks like both of them remove dangerous surround, don't they? So then it would pick the lowest numbered position, which is going to be that one, 1506. So I think That's where our garrison's going to go. In German reserve supply. VP hex or within 5 hex of German unit. To which a Soviet unit is proximate but not adjacent. Yes. Yes. And preferred position is to remove dangerous round from German unit. And it does do that by placing that there. Does it? I'm pretty sure it does, because the way I try and look at it, and maybe not the best way, because you can see what a mess I made of this already. But can this guy move from this hex to this hex? You know, can I move anything that's going to exert zone of control in this hex? And no, I can't. I mean, if this is not a garrison, then yes, I can. No, it's not possible. It is not possible with the situation. Okay, I'm going to say that's right. I'm going to say that's where that garrison goes. I don't feel confident whatsoever. But looking through it all, that's the conclusion I've come to. Yeah, well, I feel as happy as I can be with that, so hopefully it is right. Right, well, that's all that's done. We carried out the event on this card. We've carried out a command on one card that we've drawn for the Germans and that impulse. Bear in mind the 48th Corps card didn't do anything, so that is that. So next we'll be back to Soviet Impulse, and I'm just going to show you my hand. So there we are. I know we looked at it quite recently, so not sure what's going to happen next. We can't activate pop-off, they were activated last turn. The first guards card, again, probably not anything I'm excited to do anything about. Third tank army, but it's just units, so we get 2 stacks. Is that? Yeah, we've got 3 in that stack. Oh, one of these guys took a hit. Actually, 2 of these guys took a hit. He's reduced on the top as well. But that is 3 units in a stack, and there's a stack of 2 there, so... I don't know, there's nothing clever we can do. They've covered all the surroundable units now, haven't they? Yeah, definitely much more care taken to surround in this game that I'm feeling. And my most messed up rule as well, which is a shame. Okay, and what's the other card? Well, we've got the Stavka card, haven't we? Deploy all reserves, activate any one army plus stacked units. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do next turn, to be honest. We certainly want to do the pop-off again, but we can't do it next impulse. Sorry, I keep saying, I maybe say turn, but I'm sure you understand what I'm meaning. Next impulse. Okay, well, we've got stuff to think about. So, right, so I'll add this, it's only 16 minutes or so, I'll add this on to the previous bit, just to finish off with a German impulse, and it'll be a longer episode than the previous one, this anyway, but hopefully things are going right. That's me done for the night. Fingers crossed going to get part 3 out there to you to have a look, and part 4 hopefully tomorrow early-ish, and just got to hope that there's no errors in part 3 that I need to change, because I've already done part 4. That's a worry. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow with some more though as well, hopefully, and yeah, still enjoying it, even having to restart. It's really good game. Obviously I'm a bit peeved at Mike not getting things right, and the blunders that I've made are kind of daft, but well, some of them are. Okay, right, I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Okay, cheers.